The reason why you want to ask questions on Instagram is actually you want to drive engagement back and forth, and you want to write on the algorithm. Because the fact is that if people interact with you on your story, there is a possibility that your photo will appear at the top of their feed as well. Hey guys, it's Mike here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Untitled. If you're new here, welcome. If you're one of my subscribers, welcome back, guys. So today's video is about Instagram story post sticker. Yes, today I'm actually going to tell you guys that what kind of question you should ask on your Instagram story post. So in case that you haven't really utilized this feature, I strongly suggest you to go into your Instagram app right now and click on your story and click the sticker and try to, manipulate a little, try to ask a few questions to your followers. It's so tired to see people just keep bombarding my feed, my story feed with new posts. I just feel like there is just so much better things that you can do on your Instagram story to get some real connections with people, with your followers, rather than just, trying to throw a new post and ask them to like and comment for it. That I totally relate to that because I used to do it a lot, but right now I just barely do it because I feel like I throw up doing that. It was terrible for me to do that. It was like, I know your photo is there, I know your video is there. People don't even bother to click on, go to your profile and like your photo and video, in my opinion. So you don't have to waste your effort to do that. Why not spending your time doing something which will bring real connections? And that's the question. And that is the poll on Instagram. So the first type of question I think that you can totally ask is something else that's closely related to what you're doing on Instagram, which is your niche. So okay, I give myself as an example. I'm a visual artist and I'm also designer and I'm also YouTube creator. So I'm kind of like, like a diverse, talented person if you think I am. So I kind of ask questions related to my category. So I will ask questions based on what I post. You can make it to be a little more classy but not directly promoting your post. So here is it. What I do is that I love to post before and after. So I will have like the original photo and the after photo. So in the poll, I will actually ask like, do you guys want more before and after? So some people say yes, some people say no. Obviously, there is options. Of course, I can ask questions about like the industrial, about the image that I create, or ask question that is completely relevant to my editing. So do you guys like a black and white, or do you guys like anything? I ask many type of questions related to me. The reason why you want to ask something that is relevant to you, because first of all, you are actually promoting it without spamming. Because when you say new post, it's actually really spammy. So try not to do that. And secondly, you're getting some real engagement, you're getting some real response, because some people would take it to another level. They would take it to the direct message. The reason why you want to ask questions on Instagram is actually you want to drive engagement back and forth, and you want to write on the algorithm. Because the fact is that if people interact with you on your story, there is a possibility that your photo will appear at the top of their feed as well. Means that your permanent post, and then it actually drive and back and forth because everything is related to each other. So if you can actually do well on your story, you can do well on the feed and even on DM. All these things are completely interchangeably and relevant to each other. So make sure that you are doing well on story. And so the second type of question I think you can ask is actually related to your niche, but is more relevant to the public. So for example, I actually posted a visual of my editing and it was about spring season. I posted it last week. So what I asked the question is that, do you guys like the spring season? You love it or hate it? Playing the visual game right here. So basically you can, using a black background, a white background, ask this question. But what is more convincing is that you have your own work, you have the photo to illustrate what's actually happening. So spring, that photo is about spring, but you ask a question so people can give their opinion because they've been through that, they've been to the season. It's something else very real and relevant to them. It's not just a visual, but it's something else. It's about climate. It's something else they actually will been through. If they're living in the country with 4 seasons, this is how exactly it works. So I think it worked really well. But story poll is actually kind of psychological. So you want to play the psychological game. You want to make people feel like they can emotionally relate it to you. So when you are actually posting a visual art, but you are also actually driven your emotion by asking a question which they can completely relate it to. And that's actually a really strong call to action. The third type of question I think is more into personal lifestyle or motivational, because I think it's actually kind of good. People love to be motivated. I see my audience, I see my followers, they love to be motivated for some reason. You have to be authentic, you have to be real to your followers, and that's really important. You don't want to be fake. This is actually really strategic as well, because I'm a YouTuber and I post, obviously I post motivational videos sometimes. So I will ask a question actually based on my video. So I posted a video talking about how I define success is happiness. So basically on my story poll, I asked a question, how do you define success? Happiness or wealth? So it's actually cool because you give them two options and there are people choosing A, people picking B. Rather than a question that would just have one side of audience, you need to have both reactions as well. So I think sometimes posting motivational questions is actually really good to driven their emotion. Again, it's about emotion, it's about relevance to them. Motivational is actually kind of based on my lifestyle as well. So in my lifestyle, I also talking about, you know, how do I feel failure? Like, how is your day? How's your mood? Like, do you think today's a good day for you? Or you just think today's cancel? You know, I ask questions like this. You can see the differences when you ask questions that actually have emotions. People tend to respond to you more than ever. That is, seems like it's not in my niche, but it's actually close related to me. So it's something else that people can relate as well. I think this kind of question, sometimes it's very lighthearted. It's actually really cool because you kind of switch a little bit. Not like all the time just asking about how do you think about this visual every day. And people, you know, maybe for new followers it's fine, but you know, if you're trying to win your, you know, like existed followers back, they'll be like, oh, you're too boring, you ask the same question all the time. Like, I'm enough for you. So the next type of question I think you can ask is what I call visual observation. Well, actually it's kind of related to maybe like the first one, but this one is actually stronger. You give them a photo, you ask them a question that they can predict what will happen next. So it's actually kind of cool. If you can actually have a photo of yourself, for example, I actually posted this one. It's a very candid photo of me, which I was actually moving my hips, my leg when I was actually having a photo shoot taken by my mom. Asking a question, do you guys think I'm going to fail like after this? Yeah, something like this. And then people actually say that yes, there are some people say I'm going to fall. In fact, that I'm actually not falling. A visual can give people like a predictions or kind of like, you know, they're trying to guess what happened. So if you can have like a before and after photo, so you post a before photo, which is before things happen. If you really have one, and you can post it as your question. The next story is the result story. So it would be cool for you to have that. The next questions I think you can ask is definitely trend. So to me, what is the trend that I'm really concerned is social media, Instagram, Snapchat, viral. So I will ask questions like, have you guys learned about the new Instagram algorithm? People will say yes or no. Have you learned about what is viral? Then people will say no. There are people who say yes. So have you learned about it? Or have you not learned about it yet? So, and of course that I'll make sure that all my questions will be related to my new post and new video. Even though I told you guys not to say new post, new video, but this is a good way for you to drive some engagement back to your post, because if people are interested in your visual work or if in your message, they would definitely go to your feed and look at it. You know, this is an algorithm thing. What you need to consider more is that how you can actually conduct a poll, you can conduct a question that is relevant to your niche, relevant to your photo, relevant to your video, relevant to your post. And the best way is definitely just document the things. Don't have to think about what question to ask. Basically, what you see, what you can ask a question, ask a question. If you can double down the content, you can transfer your video to be a question. Ask the question, post a video on your Instagram feed, and that's what exactly I do. Of course, this video is more like targeting for artists, visual artists, designers, and YouTube creators, because that's where I came from, that's who I am right now. So basically this might not be for everyone, but I think that if you're in the creative industry, this is actually a really good way to interact with your people. So remember, don't just ask questions that are completely related just to you, but remember to ask questions that people can really answer. Ask questions they know they can answer. Yes, I can do this, I can answer this, I know this question, I know this answer. Give them the confidence to get back to you, not just you. So shout out to the comment winner. Congratulations, thank you so much for leaving your comments. So if you want to be featured in the next video, I hope you guys will answer this question. So have you used the Instagram story post sticker? Leave your answers down below in the comments sections and I will pick the winner and will feature you in the next video. I post social media videos, motivational videos every single week. My Instagram, Mike Wenji, so I post visual arts and my sketching as well. Of course, I give you guys my YouTube update. If you like this video, give a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Check out more content like this. I will link a playlist down below. The best will be hitting the bell button to join my notification squad. Remember to make influence and keep envisioning in your life. Never give up. One, good.